Did you just say we were spoiling incredible content right now when I was talking about shooting poo out of my anus? Like, is that what you just
Jake.
said? You're like, no, hold up. We got to press record, man.
Hold on. Audience, we need to catch you up. Okay, we're just going to come out and say it. This is going to be another ad episode, like what we did when Jake was disposed.
Yeah.
We all brought ads this time, and this time Jake gets to help us make a tier list. Jake was like, oh, you guys put both of my ads in the C tier last time. Audience, if you don't remember, Jake brought Bear Fight to our last ad episode, which Matt and I put in the S tier, and we loved it so much that we watched Bear Fight 2, which was not as good and ended up in the C tier. And then Jake was like, oh, well, I'm going to listen to it while I do my runs. And I was like, Jake, you're going to listen to this podcast when you have the runs? And then he was like, shooting poo poo. And I was like, that's good content. So now you're caught up. Yeah. Content, baby.
Basically, what we learned is I don't listen to some of our episodes, so it's okay that you guys don't either.
It's okay that we don't, not the audience. They have to listen to every episode. And if you're listening to this one and haven't listened to our whole back catalog, finish this one first and then go start from, I don't know, like the animal protagonist bracket, maybe.
Yeah, that's a good one. Re-listen to the first episode, even if you have.
Honestly, here's where I'm at with where to start with this podcast. I feel like it's kind of like a Star Wars thing where you should watch the first episode of Animal Protagonist and then skip to like our 5th bracket or something, because there's still a lot of doo-doo in that one. There's still a lot of stinky doo-doo.
We're still figuring this all out.
It's been a year, guys.
We've caught a little bit of a groove. Welcome to the new year. Hello and welcome back. If you have listened to us before, we're the Tough Cut Podcast. I'm Matthew.
I'm Alex.
Poo Poo Jake.
And this is episode 49, ad bracket part
49.
2. But it's a special ad bracket, baby, because
keep going.
The big game. Big game happened.
Oh shit, the big game.
Yep.
The big game.
I've heard the Super Bowl is happening eventually, so we picked Super Bowl ads.
The regular season ended and now they're the playoffs.
Yeah. So we picked a bunch of Super Bowl ads and we're going to put them in a tier list because I don't know. It was good fun last time. These are going to be fun. So without further ado, because I don't think we're going to be spoiling these. So this is just a loosey-goosey fun little ep. We're just hopping right in.
Let's do it.
So, Alex, would you like to introduce our first ad of the bracket?
Sure. All I know is the name of this one was Best Buds, it would seem. Click the link. All right. When everyone's ready, let's start.
Ready? I gotta Wix.com is trying to eat my ass for the 18th billion time. All right.
What?
sorry. It's, ads play before.
When Wix.com is trying to eat your ass, you have too many browsers.
Yeah, I do. I don't have ad block, guys, so I'm sorry. I gotta.
Oh, wow.
Are you sighing at that? Jesus.
We don't have ads on this show, so you always have ad block when you listen to the Tough Cut, except for today, because you can't block out these ads.
You can't block out the content. Ready?
Oh, I do know this one.
It's Passengers Let It Go. Da-da, da-da-da. When it's burning low. We just start when it starts to snow.
Hey, this copyrighted music, Jake.
oh shit! It could be DYMCA'd.
Yeah, it's big right now.
Oh, I actually saw that.
The dog keeps going over to the neighbor's horses.
You notice you don't see the puppies like taint or anything? They do that on purpose.
There's a butthole cut of this commercial. Beer.
Oh. Wait, did one of you say that, or was that in the ad?
That was
me. That was me. But it could have been in the ad.
Nice.
I really
how we feeling?
If that commercial ended with someone just saying beer, I would have loved it more. I mean, it's still very cute.
It's very cute. It's just a good little puppy and a good little Clydesdale horse. And that's football, baby.
And beer, baby. Apparently, that was a Budweiser ad.
Well, because Budweiser is famous for the horses. That's a thing.
I just love especially in Super Bowl commercials, because they like lean into this more. But just in general, when you try to sell something like beer, or cologne is very notorious for this too, because like, how do you sell a smell? Like, this has nothing to do with drinking. That puppy can't even drink. It's underage. You know what I mean? No one hears Passengers Let It Go and is like, I need a Budweiser.
I need a Bud Light, because technically... I just want to highlight a comment here from Diablo72, posted 4 years ago and edited at some point in those 4 years. Tears in my eye. Only men cry. Does anyone else get chills when the horse jumps over to save his bud? And you know what, Diablo?
What did he edit? What did he edit? Just, did he try to make it like poetic? The first 2 lines? That's the only thing I could see is like, tears in my eye. Only men cry.
I did not tear up watching this. It's very cute. I did not tear up, though.
A lot of the comments on this YouTube video are about how they got chills and teared up.
Yeah. So as far as where this goes on the tier list, obviously, you know, we got to come to a consensus. Feel free to disagree with me. I think this is like a high B. You know, I don't think it has a ton to do with the product, in my opinion. Doesn't make me feel like I want to buy a Budweiser. Doesn't give me chills, but it's got a very cute puppy and got some big old horses. It's like a high B tier. I could go low A.
I'll be honest. I'm thinking of better cuts of this commercial. One, where the horses beat up the guy. And 2, where actually someone says beer at the end. Like, literally, I think that would be so hilarious. I think it would genuinely be like, yeah, I'll take a beer from that. That's funny. Like, man, maybe I should work in ads. I don't know.
Work at ads. Work at the concept of advertisements.
I'm going to work at big ad company.
I think I'm going with a B, like a solid B, not even a high B. It's a B. It's a B.
I was gonna say A, but I guess if you guys are B range, let's put it in B.
Well, it's B plus.
B for Budweiser. B for beer.
Yeah, B for Budweiser. B for beer. Perfect.
All right, Matt. Would you like to introduce your first ad?
Yeah. So this is B for beaver.
I'm really scared.
This is an ad from 1990s, I think.
I hope it's like 2 years ago.
The video quality will give it away.
All right, I'm ready when you are. He said, "Hey, let's live in the woods."
And they're working hard.
They're working really hard.
Wait.
Oh my God.
The beaver has a dirt bike.
He has a theme song?
Imagine getting to play Evil Beaver. He had a pig leg! No!
And then he smashes a little bit of Miller Lite.
Oh my God. I can't even comprehend what I just watched. So this is the Miller Lite Evil Beaver commercial. If you want to watch along with us, please pause this video and go watch it.
You know what makes this close to an S tier? Maybe I could be convinced for me. You know what really does it? The fact that they have a warning in the beginning that says, not everyone in this ad will have a Miller time. But you might. It's specifically, it's not talking about, like, you may not like our Miller, you may whatever. No, in this ad, they know it is polarizing, and they know it could probably invoke fear and other emotions. But they're like, for that 2% that really want to drink a Miller after this is for you. And that's good advertising for me.
You know what's incredible is that this character is Evil Beaver. His name is sung in the commercial. The first thing that the commercial does to introduce you to Evil Beaver is it justifies the beaver's actions by having it turn and say thieves. Yeah. It's like, this is an Evil Beaver, but Miller Lite wants you to root for Evil Beaver.
Because at the end of it all, who's enjoying a Miller time, having a nice Miller Lite? The Evil Beaver. You want to be smashing back a Miller Lite, you know? So who you want to be like?
This commercial breaks my brain because it is telling the audience, if you drink Miller Lite, you could be Evil Beaver. What an absolutely terrifying idea.
But here's the thing. It is labeled as Evil Beaver. So it's like nuanced enough to know that he's evil, but you still root for him. But
he's the titular character.
He is evil. And are they trying to say Miller Lite makes you evil? Because let's be honest, it tastes like piss. But like,
would you rather drink a Bud Light Lime or a Miller Lite?
After this commercial, a Miller Lite, but still it tastes like piss.
So where do we put this? Where's it go on the tier list?
So here's where I'm at. I think we should put it in A because I think we need to reserve S. I think we pick our S tier because I only think there's one S tier ad, right? There can only be one. Okay. It is the best ad. So I think we put this in A, we shelf it for later, and at the end of the day, we come back to it.
Okay.
I feel very comfortable giving it an A here. Yeah, very comfortable.
Yeah, it's at least an A for sure.
Wonderful.
So Jake, what do you have for us?
I saw the little the thumbnail. I know what this is.
Jake, I'm so glad you've done this.
That's haunted my dreams for what feels like longer, but I guess 2 years. This was 2020. This is the Baby Nut birth, the birth of Baby Nut. We already had the ad earlier in the game where Mr. Peanut fucking died. He literally died. He fell off a cliff. It was really sad. So now I present to you, my fellow companions, the birth of Baby Nut and the funeral of Mr. Peanut. Are we ready?
The first frame of this video is absolutely wild. It's a peanut-shaped grave.
I love how Mr. Clean and the Kool-Aid Man.
What's this? A tear from Kool-Aid Man?
They unironically had Baby Nut be their mascot for like a whole ass while.
I'm sorry, but hashtag Baby Nut was trending for weeks. There was a live stream after the Super Bowl of Baby Nut in a crib that just played, and he just sat there and goo-goo and God, and occasionally said dolphin noises.
This commercial is absolutely wild. One, because in SpongeBob, dolphin noises are swear words. So is Baby Nut just like under the sea cussing all the time? Two,
I'd like to believe,
does the Kool-Aid Man ejaculate from his eyes? Kool-Aid Man is the father of Baby Nut? What?
It's a lot of implicate, or he just has restorative tears.
And so much is unanswered.
Now, if I could direct you to Second 11.
The Kool-Aid Man is the fountain of youth. That's why no one's found it, because it's always on the move.
That's the Oscar Mayer Wiener truck in the frame.
Yeah.
Why are there so many of these? Like, this brings together such a canon that I don't think we've talked about in the air of ads, especially Super Bowl ads, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, he got the crew together. And I just think, man, oh man.
Because back in the day, Mr. Peanut and the gang, they were up to some shit. This is like the scene where the mafia guy has been killed and his family's finding out all his shady accomplices. That's this, you know?
Yeah, look, the reason why I picked this is I remember like physically where I was when I was watching this. And the absolute gall of a commercial to end a 30-second commercial. Mind you, this is not a long one. Like the other, like this is 30 seconds, and then randomly they said hashtag Baby Nut. No one in their PR team thought that was a bad idea. They thought it was great.
What's absolutely wild about this ad is that it was preceded by Mr. Peanut dying, which was incredible. No one in their right mind could have imagined that would happen in a commercial, and then for this to be the follow-up, maybe an hour later, it's mind-blowing.
Also, I feel like we got to put a little bit of respect on the context under which Mr. Peanut died. I know that's not the ad we're reviewing, but he self-sacrificed to save his friends because they were on a branch that was gonna break with it under their weight. Like,
because he drove off a fucking cliff.
Yeah, I'm really glad you brought that up, Matthew, because I was between the death of Peanut or Baby Nut. You know, do I focus on death or rebirth? Do I focus on the sacrifice or the promise of a better future?
I think that between those two ads, I think the Mr. Peanut death is like a more shocking and better ad because it's just so insane, whereas Baby Nut has bigger cultural implications because it was like Baby Nut trended for months, and no one wants Baby Nut to trend because you generally don't want Baby Nut, you know? Also, a quick call out. I know the very first frame Alex mentioned it. Half of Mr. Peanut's body has got to be above ground, right? They couldn't even dig the man a grave.
They couldn't even bury his cane with him. It's just leaning against the tombstone.
Yeah. So it's tough for me. It's tough.
Whoever pitched both the death of Mr. Peanut and the rebirth of Baby Nut, I need to talk to that person.
I hope it was two completely different people. Like Greg in marketing was like, we have to kill Mr. Peanut. He needs to die. And, Josie has just been drawing tiny pictures of cute little baby peanuts all year long. And they're like, this is perfect. We'll put them together. And Greg's like, fuck.
It separated the office too. There was a whole cultural war. There were two sides of the lunch table. They're like, you either pro the death of him or someone came along, probably Kool-Aid Man in real life came along and was like,
oh yeah. Crashes through the wall.
The compromise was doing both of them.
So where do we think this one goes?
Me personally,
I mean, this is a good one.
I think it's A. I really do. It could be a low A, but I think it's A.
I'll compromise at that. I'll say I'll put it in A. We can put it in A. We'll put Baby Nut in A tier.
Sentences we thought we'd never hear 2 years ago.
We'd never heard. All right. And I guess snaking our way back up, Jake, what was your second advertisement?
Oh, okay. All right. We'll double down. I went wholesome, guys.
You want to count us in, Jake? Or introduce this?
Yeah, I mean, this is just, I genuinely knew my spirit would compel me to pick Baby Nut. So I genuinely knew that I had to pick something that was way on the other side of the spectrum and way more wholesome and sweet. So this is of the Force Volkswagen commercial. Yeah, it's really, really sweet and nice. If you literally just look up Force Volkswagen commercial, you'll get it. Are we ready?
Yeah, this one's super, super famous. I remember this.
Yeah. This was huge.
Look at his little lead in. He's going for it. The two hit. Oh, God.
This kid is a good actor. He tried to force choke the baby. Did you see that? It wasn't just doing the force. He tried to choke the baby.
He's done with his mom. Mom should watch out.
Mom is done with him, it looked like.
Rushes past the dad.
Belief.
It's a good one.
It's cute. It's
the way that the mask is entirely expressionless, but the kid has so much expression in his body language. It's just a good commercial.
It's very clear, the kid is, as Alex is saying, so expressive and clearly a fairly talented little actor, because many children are not, and probably also some fairly nuanced directing coming in a commercial shoot.
I bet they had a really good director for it, because honestly, directing kids, especially with that level of expression, it's difficult, and that's really awesome to see.
Yeah, I think that this ad is cool because it's on a technical level really, really great. I guess organizing all the horses and stuff and the best buds was probably also a big deal, but that I was just oh, it's a cute little dog. Whereas this, it's wow, look at that little guy go. Look at that kid.
This ad feels impressive. There's just something about it when you're looking at it from this analytical lens of holy shit. I enjoy watching this commercial. I would watch this commercial again,
Wow. Nice work.
Yeah.
I had to atone for my sins, and literally I thought this was the perfect one to atone for it. You know what I mean? Baby Nut is so terrifying to me that this just makes me feel okay, maybe life is still worth living. Maybe I can still move on to a place where I can feel peace, that imagination still exists and it's pure and not just, what if we hashtag Baby Nut?
Yeah. I feel the more we say Baby Nut out loud, the more I'm just
kind of the more I think about Baby Nut, the more I kind of want to move it down to B tier, because it kind of It's shocking, but is it a good commercial?
You know?
Sorry to rehash and go back. You know?
No, this is how we do it, you know?
Because here's where I tie it in. I think this commercial is an A-tier commercial, you know? And when I put those side by side, Baby Nut is not an A-tier commercial.
I think that was exactly what prompted me to bring it up, is like, I think in my head, Evil Beaver and the Force Volkswagen are at least a tier better than Baby Nut. By extension, you've got to pull Baby Nut down.
Sorry.
You've got to drag Baby Nut down.
You got to drag some Baby Nut.
Here's the thing. The only reason why I pitched Baby Nut is because I knew we would have to say Baby Nut over and over and over again.
And it was the very act of saying it so much that I was like, maybe we pull that one.
No, genuinely, I want to put it in something below F tier. Like, I want to condemn it.
The Baby Nut tier, James Corden tier.
The James Corden haunting my dreams tier.
So are we all in agreement? Force goes in A?
Yeah. I just think it's just so solid and so sweet. It's really it genuinely makes me so happy.
Okay. And in agreement, Baby Nut's getting pulled
down to
where's
to
Baby Nut
tier?
getting pulled, Matthew?
I like hell tier. Because if we're jumping to my next ad, as you getting weird,
yes,
this ad will almost certainly go in hell tier.
Let's do it. Let's do another hell tier ad. So we're doing It's Little Monster.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I know this ad.
So this is a Hummer commercial.
Okay.
And that's basically all I've got to tell you.
Okay.
What's it called for the audience?
It's Little Monster. Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just already a big kaiju monster. Matthew's like, yup.
This is big on Matthew. Ooh, a robot.
Big robot. Oh.
They're falling in love.
Wait. Is this just Big Man Japan?
Yeah.
Is it pregnant?
What happens when a robot and a monster get together?
What is it? Is it a Hummer? Oh my god. That's incredible.
It's a little monster.
It's a little monster. Wow.
Cowards, they didn't show the sex scene.
They showed them laying down on the
hand
beach.
was on the upper thigh, though. I wanted to point that out, but I was engrossed. Robot's hand was literally on the upper thigh. The fingertip was probably touching.
You know what's kind of interesting to me? They picked red. There are other colors of Hummer. Neither the monster nor the robot were red.
Oh my god, it's not the robot.
Oh my god, it's not the robot. Isn't the father.
He's the father that stepped up.
The father that stepped up. Oh gosh.
Holy shit. Wait, so what's a big red robot that we know? Oh my god, did Optimus clap those cheeks? Oh god, he's red and blue. Did he clap those cheeks? It makes sense if Optimus had sex with a big monster, that'd be a Hummer, right?
Does it?
Well, Optimus Prime is a truck.
But also they pick to be a truck. He could have scanned a different vehicle, They had that whole scene.
That's true.
We're spoiling Transformers if you didn't know he's a truck.
And you didn't want me to give a spoiler warning. I remember that.
Conceptually, how do we feel about a monster and a robot fucking?
So good, honestly. As long as, it's consensual, so good.
And it
seems like
really
it was.
into each other.
Yeah, it genuinely is. I genuinely believed it. But I really do think that actually the monster cheated on Robot. I genuinely think that's not.
We don't know the time frame. We do not know the time frame. Monster could have been pregnant before it met Robot.
Yeah. Okay,
right?
Maybe they didn't cheat, but that's not his kid. That's not their kid.
It's implied. Yeah, good for Robot stepping up. We support supportive fathers. I'm with it. I'm in it. I'm 100% behind Robot and Monster.
Pro good dads over here at the Tough Cut.
We are pro good dad at the Tough Cut. That said, I do think this is a B tier ad.
Honestly,
I want to put it in hell, man.
I don't think it's hell tier. I don't think it's hell tier because love is love.
Well, I want to put it on
love is
at least. It's either D or F. D for or F for failed to
Nice.
show us the sex scene.
Well, we did B for beer, so we gotta do D for
or dads. I was gonna say dads, Matthew. What the hell?
Okay,
Why are you?
we're cutting it out. We did
It
B
also
for
could
beer,
be-
so we gotta do
It also
D
could be.
for
It could be
Go
beer
ahead.
for birth,
B for birth.
No, man, I don't want it because
or F for fake dad.
here's the thing.
Fake dad.
I do think this commercial is better than Best Buds.
Wow, it's definitely riskier.
I think, and it's more memorable. Like, it's not like the stereotypical, Budweiser is cute puppies, animals. Like,
Yeah, that's fair. I just want to call out, there's this moment in the ad, because I'm just rewatching it, where the monster is like, "Arr," as it's giving birth. And the robot is like destroying something in the city and just like immediately turns. He's so attentive. He's so there.
The robot, the robot one has to work, so, they have to like explore and, provide and do whatever and like at least, share in that. So they're going to destroy the city, but also
it dropped everything to be there in that moment, even though it knows it's not its kid.
Which is really touching.
Honestly, maybe we're assuming they had sex.
Maybe best dad. B for best dad. I think it's a B rank. I think it's B.
Here's the thing. If it's in B, I don't know. Maybe we move Best Buds down.
Wow.
To Clydesdale Buds for C.
I think we can keep Best Buds, keep it a low. We keep Best Buds, we move it to a low B from a high B. And we slot Little Monster in.
Yeah, seeing what I think Best Buds was a good palette starter, but I think the competition has just been great.
It's just been hot. That's the only reason. It's not that it's bad.
No. Best Buds, I think, is a B tier ad. I think this is it's a hot episode.
Everything else is just so good. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. It's just good stuff.
Okay.
So that brings us to my last ad. And it's just titled Mosquito Sucks Tabasco. It's a 2010 Super Bowl commercial. Everyone ready?
Ooh, another 30-second. I love it. I love it when they're
ready
short,
to go. That man is so sweaty.
Yeah. I want to know this guy's story. Just like alone on the porch, eating some pretty nasty looking pizza, very sweaty.
He looks so happy.
That man has a family under his floorboards with that smile at the end.
Right? Like, what's this guy's deal? What's going on with him? It's wild.
Why did he? No, the smile literally made that so different. I was like, oh, he's genuinely just content with his life. Now I think he's killed.
Again, I double down. I think he has a family under his floorboards.
And he's enjoying his, oh my God.
I think this man goes out on his porch at night eating pizza with Tabasco to blow up mosquitoes. I think that's why he does it.
Yeah, no, I absolutely.
It's for the pleasure of killing mosquitoes.
He likes to watch them die, which is frightening.
Do you guys think that filming this ad, they made the actor eat Tabasco on pizza and they had to do a bunch of takes of it and they made the guy really sweaty? Do you think that's why?
It probably also filmed out in like Louisiana or something.
Makeup. Yeah, that's true. But I wonder if they filmed and the makeup department on the ad was just like, let's make him really sweaty. Or do you think he just was sweaty and they didn't bother to fix it? Because both are pretty funny.
I think they misted him for sure, but I also think he is just a sweaty person. I think maybe it wasn't supposed to be he was sweaty, and then they saw him with a little sweat on the camera, and the director was like, "Oh man, there's no way to fix
that's
this."
The hot stuff. That's good.
That's the hot stuff.
It looks too sexy with him sweaty. We gotta sweat it up.
Yeah. I think that's more the vibe I'm getting.
Took a little journey into the comments on this. We can rank it in a second, but I just want to call out one from an Emmanuel Mayer. Brilliant. Sadly, not hot enough to create a nuclear reaction in the insect. I tried it often with harder stuff.
Yeah. And if you look at his profile picture, he does look exactly how you think he'd look.
He looks like it.
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
What does
no. That's why I said what I said.
I assume hotter sauces.
No, I assume harder sauces.
I ate rock hard Tabasco.
I also just like the guy
I
who
shit
said
literal bricks.
that said, they say putting Tabasco sauce on pizza releases its true flavor. And I'm like, I have literally never heard a person say that, but okay. I think this one's pretty fun, but I think stacked up against the competition we're dealing with, I think it's like a C. You know, I think it's got a great ending that really gives it a turn to this man just goes outside to watch the insects die because the family chained to the radiator in his basement are, you know, not dying fast enough.
They're asleep. They're asleep for the night.
Oh my God, I found it. I figured it out. He's so happy at the end because he finally figured out how he can kill the family.
Force feed them so much Tabasco.
His own blood. His own blood. Yeah,
his Tabasco blood.
Tabasco blood, so like inherently Tabasco, but yeah.
I think the competition is just so stacked because in like our original ad bracket, I think this would have been like a nice safe B tier, but I just think with everything else, you know. So it's either everything needs to, I don't know, Super Bowl commercials are just built different, I guess.
They are built different. But I will say, if you want to put this in C tier because of competition, I still would like to move Best Buds because of competition.
Where would you put Tabasco then, Jake?
I think they both can exist in C tier, but if we're moving them down because of competition, then...
So is it either they're both B or they're both C in your mind?
Yes, I think that's where I stand.
Then I could be amenable. I'd put Tabasco in B, I guess.
I could put it in B. I think this is a C tier ad, but I think that Best Buds is better than this one. I think Best Buds should be B, and I think this should be C.
You know what?
Is where I'm at.
Because of the implications of murder, I'm gonna agree. Let's do C for committing crimes.
Ooh, all right. Good. This one is rated C for committing crimes.
With that is all the ads we had on the docket. A nice tight episode. Any in your guys' browsings, any honorable mentions you want to call out? We don't have to watch them, but just you know, put those out into the world.
I legitimately couldn't think of a single Super Bowl commercial, and I had to Google a list of them, and these were the two that stood out to me.
Amazing. The whole like not my mama and not my Doritos is like a very iconic, great one. The Mr. Clean ones I really, or not Mr. Clean. This is not a Tide ad.
Clean.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I would like David Harbour, how they would like do other people's ads and all of a sudden be like, sorry, this is actually a Tide ad. And then they would just put the Tide person, like they were really fun. I really liked those a lot, but they're like good as a series. And so I didn't pitch any to be like as one commercial, you know?
Yeah.
I also almost did the Puppy Monkey Baby.
I'm sorry, the what?
The Puppy Monkey Baby.
You don't know Puppy Monkey Baby?
Puppy Monkey Baby. Puppy Monkey Baby.
Puppy Monkey Baby.
I don't.
Puppy Monkey Baby.
I'm a little scared.
Do you want to know it?
Do you want to know a Puppy Monkey Baby?
I don't think so.
We'll leave it at that. And the only one that I'll call out, just to let the audience simmer on it. There's an American Express commercial with Jerry Seinfeld and Superman. It's from like the 80s. And Jerry Seinfeld 100% cucks Superman in that commercial, which I think is really funny.
Amazing.
So with that, I think we've got to pick the S tier, the God tier ad of this setup.
Yeah.
What are we feeling, boys?
Oof. So yeah, here's the thing. It's either we believe in pure chaos or we believe in pure hope. That's genuinely where we're at right now.
That is true. It is the two A tier ads we had were the Volkswagen Force commercial and the Miller Lite Evil Beaver.
So I think the most important thing about these two ads is the message that they say about people who buy and use their product. The Volkswagen commercial
says, you're a good father.
You believe in magic. You're a good dad. You care about your family. You inspire wonder in your family. You have a really cute kid who's good at acting.
You're eventually going to kill younglings, you know, when you grow up. Because he's Darth Vader. let's not ignore the fact that man killed kids.
That baby tried to choke a baby. That baby tried to choke a baby doll.
I learned it from you, Dad. Like, yeah.
You watched that first ad bracket.
I know. See? Look, I connect things. Shout out.
Evil Beaver, meanwhile.
Yeah. Yes.
Says that if you drink Miller Lite, you're going to be rad as hell. So I think...
I don't know if it says that. I don't know. What I think it says is that some of you guys may like this, and some of you guys, if you drink this, will really like this. And honestly, I love the confidence.
I love the confidence.
Some of you guys might drink this, and if you do, you're rad as hell.
No, I genuinely think
Miller Lite is saying with Evil Beaver.
He has a sick-ass dirt bike. He destroys the house of some lame-ass pilgrims and drinks their Miller Lite. Like, that's fucking sick,
He doesn't believe in colonialism. Like, it's dope.
He looks imperialism in the eye and says, get the fuck out my land.
And here's the thing. The most important part is I genuinely believe Miller Lite is saying, look, our product is piss. But
even a beaver will drink it, you fucking.
But with the right people, with the right vibe, you'll feel cool as fuck.
With the right people and the right vibe.
And I think that is how we honestly feel about the people who have stood by us with this podcast and who care about us and listen to us. Look, man, you may not have a Miller time,
but you might. And that's the key piece.
You might.
That's the key piece.
I think that's how I want to sign off from here on out.
Continuing with our 2022 vibe, we had the chaotic spectacle that was Dragon Ball Do-Rag, and now we've got an ad bracket where it's looking like the God tier is going to be the chaotic spectacle of you might have a good time. Are we in agreement?
The God tier of this ad bracket is Evil Beaver. It's gotta be. It's just gotta be.
With that, our bracket is at God tier. We've got Evil Beaver. In the A tier, we've got the Volkswagen Force commercial. B tier, we've got the Hummer Little Monster and Budweiser Best Buds. C tier, the Tabasco mosquito ad. And
why didn't you put what we typed? Why didn't you say what we typed?
Because I don't think that's the actual title of the ad. There's no evidence. He hasn't been proved in court that man has killed anyone. But I feel it in my bones. And then finally, way down in hell tier, we've got Baby Nut, the Planters peanut commercial, the Planters cinematic universe commercial.
So I love that you said you didn't want to call Tabasco the Tabasco murderer commercial, but you're like, nah, in hell is Baby Nut. The person, not the commercial.
Where are you going to put Baby Nut?
Entity.
Where do you want Baby Nut, Jake? Do you want it?
I don't like that sentence.
If you had to have Baby Nuts hit you somewhere, where would you want the Baby Nut to?
Hell is literally the only option because I'd have to have done something to deserve that fate.
With that, if you agree with our tier list or if you've got your own ranking, let us know on social media at Tough Cut Pod. We've got all your favorites, so you can follow us over there. If you enjoyed the show, you should share it with someone who also never tweeted about Baby Nut. And go listen to our back catalog. We've been doing this for a year, dude. Oh, yeah. Follow us on
that's wild
podcasting platforms. Leave reviews and rate us. You can do that on Spotify now, or so I've been told. This is like the least official version of signing out an episode I've ever done. But
I could have helped you out, but you kind of kept going. And I was like, I want to see where this goes.
Just kind of kept talking. Anything else, guys?
You may not have a Miller time.
What do you think the odds are the guy from the Evil Beaver ad is still alive?
Yeah, that's how we're going to get. No, end it.